안녕하세요. Goeiedag, goedemiddag, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tianq101 and today we are going to be doing a tag as I've been posting a few videos now and I thought that it is time to do the Booktube Newbie Tag as I'm a newbie to Booktube, but not a newbie to YouTube as I have uploaded my journey through Korea a few years ago, but then I moved back to South Africa and then COVID happened and I explored other avenues and did a few other things, Twitch included. I enjoy some games as well. But I thought it's finally time to do the Booktube Newbie Tag. I didn't know this was a thing until recently. So we are gonna dive right into the first question. Why did you start this channel? Well, originally I started my channel because I wanted to share my stories and my experiences in Korea because I had a few interesting stories. So that was my original channel. It was all about Korea. I could start a new channel or I could have deleted some of the videos, but that part of my life is still who I am. I'm back in Korea. I'm living and working in Korea. So I thought I'd leave up those videos and I just got back into reading recently and I enjoyed watching Booktube. I enjoyed seeing people's reaction to books and hearing about books and getting good book recommendations. And I thought, you know what, this looks like something fun to do, a new hobby, if you will, to just keep myself busy because I was going through a tough time where I just didn't want to do anything. And then Booktube started, oh, not Booktube, but Bookstagram started happening for me on my Instagram just randomly. I think it was Fourth Wing that actually kicked it off. And then my Instagram just got filled with more and more book things. And then I just got back into reading and was introduced to Bookstagram and Booktube. And I thought, you know what? I sometimes have unsolicited opinions about things that I read or watch or things that I do. So I thought, you know what? I would share them with the internet and yeah, just get my thoughts out there, get some other people to talk to, because sometimes when you don't really have bookish friends, it's difficult to actually share the passion and the joy that you get from getting books. And I saw this as a great way to hopefully make new friends, build a little community, engage with more book content, and get some good book recommendations, of course. The second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to the booktube? And that would be my unsolicited opinions about books and the books I've read. But also, I am very new to this. I am still doing what other people are doing, seeing what works. So I haven't had that chance to really start delving into new ideas and different types of content as I'm still learning how to do booktube. So at this point, I cannot say what's going to be unique and fun about my channel, but I can say that I am definitely looking forward to this journey and this adventure and see what my mind comes up with, because sometimes my mind can do some weird ass shit. And I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to take it on and try some new things. Maybe some cool book challenges along the way. Explore new books and hopefully introduce people to books that they never heard of, which would be really cool. Question number 3, what are you most excited for about this new channel? That is actually getting to talk to more people about books and books they've read, books I've read, and books that we share, and building a community surrounding that. I think that's the one thing, is that I need people to talk to about these books that I read. I need to hate a book with people. I need to love a book with people. I need that in my life. I do have friends that read, but we read different genres and different types of books. And I feel with Booktube, you can really start to branch out and meet people that read the same types of books and people that can maybe challenge your opinion, make you think differently about books, because I love that. I love when people can actually make me go, Shoop, and actually make me think and change my biased opinions. Question 4, why do you love reading? It's the escapism of it all. I mean, when you're stuck in your apartment and you don't know what to do or you're not in the mood to do anything, a good book is just such a great way to just get away from it all and escape. And the new adventures and new stories and the new ideas and just keeping your mind going into different avenues and different stories and different ideas. And that is what I love about reading. It's just that escapism of going away to a new world or possibly staying in our world and just seeing the world in a different way, of course, is another thing that I love about reading. Let's just escape together in the books we read. Question 5: what book or series got you into reading? This one is a very quick and very easy answer for me because this book has never left my thought, and that is Second Glance by Jodi Picoult. I love this book so much. I really want to do a reread of this book. Unfortunately, I don't have a copy of it now. All my books are back in South Africa. But I do plan on checking out Jodi Picoult again. I've got on the bookshelf behind me. Hello, shelf. I do have her new one, Mad Honey, that she co-wrote with another author, that I'm really excited to read and jump back into her world and see what she has to say after Second Glance, 19 minutes. And there was another one that I also read. She was one of my favorite authors when I was, a wee little teenager back in my teen years. I really enjoyed Second Glance by her, and that really got me into reading. A series that got me into reading was the Twilight series, actually. That also helped to really jumpstart my reading adventure into series and into fantasy and things like that. I mean, I was a teen when it came out, so I was the perfect age to be grabbed and not see all the faults that that book technically has. But well, I'll leave it there. I'm not gonna reread Twilight to break it apart. Like, I'll leave Twilight what it was for me in my teens and just leave it there. Question 6: what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I would be that person that asked them how to stay consistent, how to do consistency, how do you do it? How do you do it? That's the one thing for me, is like when I am going through a phase and I'm unmotivated, like how do you get that energy to actually keep producing and producing new content and more content? Because sometimes you do get burnout, sometimes you do get tired, sometimes life throws you a curveball. And just what is their secrets to keep on going in those times where things get tough? Because I know it's important for YouTube to be consistent, to stay on a schedule, which I am slightly bad with when it comes to YouTube things, but I am trying my very best. I promise. I am trying my very best. But that would just be like, what are your secret tips for staying consistent and keep doing it in those times where you really don't have the energy, you're not in the mood? What keeps you going when you hit that reading slump? I think that's also a big one. Like, how do you get out of your reading slump? If you have any ideas or any comments, like leave them down in the comments below. Like, please share knowledge with me, any knowledge you have, especially with a reading slump. I haven't had a big reading slump yet, and I'm scared. I'm scared when that reading slump comes. Question 7: what challenge do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me, like I said before, it is that consistency. Like uploading at least once or twice a week. Because I'm not doing YouTube full time, I'm doing it just as a hobby for now, and I do work full time as a teacher. And if you are a teacher, solidarity and power to you, my teacher friends and family. And I work with kindergarten students and elementary students, and they take out so much energy out of you that when you get home, you're just tired. Too tired to read, too tired to think, too tired to do anything. And I think that's the biggest challenge, to keep on going and sharing and working to build the whole community, to build a channel, to build content. I think those are the challenges that lie in wait for me in the near future, possibly. Question 8: when did you start reading? I started reading in my teens. When I was a teenager, I read a lot of reading in my teenage years, because you had school holidays. Like, you can just read for so much in the school holidays, and that's what I did. But then I went to university. I still kept reading, but not as much, and then I fell off the wagon completely the last few years, and now I came back again. I didn't even come back during COVID, which is kind of strange. But yeah, in COVID, I jumped into gaming and just lost myself in games, basically. Number 9: where do you read? I read in my bed. If you've ever seen a Korean apartment, if you are interested in a Korean apartment tour, let me know in the comments down below. I'll do a video about that. Then you can also see my little kitty, Maya, which you will hear in the videos. But I read on my bed because I only have a bed in my apartment. Sitting on this chair and reading is not ideal. It's not comfortable for hours and hours that I like to sit and read. So I just lie and sit in bed reading. I wish I had like a nice little reading nook, or I could have space for a nice comfy reading chair, but Space is limited in Korea if you didn't know. Yeah, that is the truth of that matter. 10, what kind of books do you like to read? I started out, when I started reading, I liked like psychological thrillers. I like darker books with darker themes. Um, real life stories, but recently I've jumped more into fantasy and gay romance. I would say those are what I look for in books nowadays. But I am open to suggestions. I am open to trying new things, changing myself. I mean, my favorite book currently is A Little Life, and I told myself, you know what, people are so hyped up, I'm not going to read that book. And then people kept talking about it, and then I just said, you know what, my friend had a copy, let me just read it, and it became one of my favorite books of all time currently, and of this year, I would say. And that is not a fantasy or really a gay romance. So that didn't go according to plan. But yes, I do jump more into fantasy because I like the escapism. It takes you further away from real life and real issues, but I do have some books that are about real life, about real people. And it depends on the mood. Like we mood read. We are mood readers through and through. I think most bookish people are actually mood readers. Like say what you want, but you're at the end of the day, you're a mood reader. You read what you want to read. Even though we set challenges for ourselves and like, oh, we want to read this book and read that book, but if you're not in the mood, you're not in the mood, and you're going to pick something that you want to read. And there's a question 11 that sometimes is asked is, what does your book collection look like? That is my current book collection. I still have more books back in South Africa. Unfortunately, I cannot move my camera closer than that, but that is what my collection looks like. The top part over here, that is the books that I've read this year, excluding, of course, my Kindle books. And then these two shelves are unread. And then there's just some other things in a microwave because space is a problem in Korea, so our microwave becomes part of our book collection in Korea. But yeah, that is my Booktube Newbie Tag. I hope you've learned a little bit more about me. Say hi in the comments down below if you want to chat or hang out for a sec or something. I don't know. What got you into reading? What books do you like? Let me know. And as always, don't let fear interfere with your happiness. You deserve all the happiness. Groete, liefde, vrede, vreugde, geluk, blijdschap, liefde. Al my dinkies vir julle. Until next time. Bye bye.